What's up, everybody? So, I did a video reacting to Gorl, and I've been a little gremlin lately, and I've been keeping an eye on her, just kind of every once in a while checking back to see if she's posted anything. Most of her stuff is, let's be honest, it is the most boring, god awful bullshit you would ever watch. So she posted this video a couple hours ago, 5 hours ago. I haven't watched it. Oh, I haven't watched all of it. I got about here. Well, yeah, about here. Like not even a minute in before I'm like, okay, I gotta do a react video to this because this is crazy. If you're anywhere in Gorl world, you know she lied about the FBI Frank guy. And I doubt there's anything in this video that she will be able to tell me that will make me believe her. But you know what? Let's let her speak. Let's see what she says. And let's get into it. All right, let's go.
Hey guys, welcome to another React-Land video. I figured...
Hi! Some gamer gremlin over here. What's up?
we should do one about the FBI Frank story. Since then, people have been literally...
Yes, I do know she does more editing than I do. But honestly, I'm vaguely lazy because I put all my editing efforts into my books. Just saying.
trolling me about this story. I want to clarify.
Of course we've been trolling you about it.
Did I actually lie about this? Or do I have proof that it did happen? Okay, so today...
I don't think you have proof. That's my opinion. That is my opinion. Let's go.
we have a mukbang and...
Oh, gross. We gotta see her eat. Ugh.
a story time for you guys, which I am so...
The plate is very pretty, though. I wish I had nice plates like that. My plates are kind of basic bitch plates.
excited for. It's actually like really random and weird. So in this video, I'm actually in my office, and that picture that's behind me is this beautiful woman, and her nipples were out.
Nobody gives a shit. We do not care about the picture. We care about your evidence. Where is your evidence?
Yep. We have water is what we were drinking today. Wow.
Why did you why did you zoom in on your third chin? Of course, now you've got like 4 chins.
Your girl was drinking water back then. I need to take my advice because I have not drank a drop of water in weeks, and I'm not joking.
Bitch, why are you admitting to that? Why don't you admit to stealing Beck's money? Admit to that!
Talking about that. And what we are eating today...
Or triple chin.
...is Singapore rice noodle, which is so freaking good. This is what it looks like. I want to eat on a plate.
That... I do not feel like that is conducive to losing weight. Just saying.
Though.
Of course, I eat rice with curry pretty often, so I don't have that much space to talk.
Oh my gosh. In Virginia, oh my god, this is so much. Singapore rice noodle, or as it's also called Singapore Mei Fun, is literally one of my favorite things to get at a Chinese restaurant, and they give you so much. They literally pack that container so full.
Lady, none of us give a shit about this. You so far you've clickbaited me because you haven't talked about any of this. None of this. There is no talking about this.
I have never finished that in one sitting. I think it's impossible.
Liar, liar, pants on fire, hanging from a telephone wire.
Holy. Okay, so in Virginia they called it
Dude, that holy was a very sexual holy. She is getting sexual pleasure from eating that, and I bet she's getting sexual pleasure from watching herself eat that.
Singapore rice noodle.
All my boys.
Ah! commercials? Why? Why do we do this to us? Do this. Though he does have a nice shiny head. Just saying. I like his head.
Where I got it, but here in Kentucky they call it Mayfun.
I need to try Manscaped.
This is Singapore Mayfun. So you guys can find it at your Chinese restaurant.
I don't care. I don't care.
It's rice noodle. It's like a curry base. There's onion, shrimp, bell pepper.
Lady, I can't stand onions cooked raw no matter I can't even stand them fried. I hate onions. I hate them enough that I will sometimes tell restaurants that I am allergic to them. Because I really fucking hate onions. Do not try to sell a dish on me by saying onions first.
Pork, just deliciousness. Oh yeah, and chicken. I'd much rather have it without the meat. I don't mind the meat too much, but
oh my god, is she doing oh my god. She is always lying about, oh, I don't like meat very much. Yet she eats meat in every fucking meal. I have never heard of her once not eating meat in a meal. Just saying.
But I wouldn't say the meat is exactly my favorite, so let's dive in. So I actually haven't had this in so long, probably over a year.
Liar, liar, pants on fire hanging from a telephone wire.
But the last time I did have it, I asked for just shrimp because the shrimp in it is really good. But the pork and the chicken, especially the chicken, is a no.
Liar, liar, pants on fire hanging from a telephone wire.
Absolutely amazing.
It's just
so
noodles.
How are you guys doing?
Ugh, it's just
by the
making
way,
me
this has a little
nauseous.
spice to it. So if you don't like spicy foods, definitely don't go for it. I'm telling you,
Curry ain't
life
that
is
spicy.
so much easier when I just filmed mukbangs. Such easy content. Like, eat a good meal and just
Bitch, then just go fucking back to it. So I can stop doing this because honestly, like watching you eat that really did make me feel nauseous.
talk while you're doing it. But it's not fun to react to. It's not
Probably doesn't help that I have a chocolate candle burning right now and my office smells like fucking chocolate cake and it is delicious.
fun to watch. I will say that.
Wait, did she just say it's fun to watch?
Talk while you're doing it. But it's not fun to react to. It's not fun to watch. I will say that.
That is the only thing she has ever said that I can agree with, and that's only because watching her eat is making me nauseous. Could you get to the FBI Frank shit?
But I realize my face needs to breathe. Okay. Story time.
Oh, no, that went, no.
Wait, the bell
No.
was so good?
Okay, there we go.
So being
That's
on
better.
YouTube comes with a fair share of disappointments. I mean, amongst amazing things as well. But something that I consider a disappointment is like
You?
telling people to off themselves or threatening to off someone. Why? Well, it's pretty simple. These people hide behind keyboards and they can say whatever the hell they want with no consequences whatsoever. So there has been like this idea floating around, which I feel like is such a good idea, that like if you're going to be,
I mean, they are called keyboard warriors, and that's why a lot of people tell people, hey, if you want to be on the internet, you should probably have a thick skin, because there are some assholes out there.
on certain social medias, like you have to show your ID with that username. So if things are being said that are extremely scary, like ultimately like hardcore harassment and threats, like your username and your comment.
And yes, I am kind of keeping an eye on my game because this is more entertaining than this. This is definitely more entertaining than this because this is my buddy Shin. And if you haven't seen him yet, definitely go and let's crank up his subscriber and like numbers. He plays lots of video games like I do.
Your messages are linked up to your ID. I think that's such a freaking great idea. So last October or November,
I will totally leave a link to him in the description.
was simply just skimming through the comment section of my YouTube, and I usually get a lot of people saying mean
Also, comment on his thing. Read the Gremlins books. Pretty pleasing, thank you.
things to me, and none of it has ever like made me feel any sort of way. Nothing scares me, nothing like that. It all just makes me feel like
Nothing scares you because you're probably a sociopath. And I am okay with saying that because about like 1 in 10 people are sociopaths. Just saying.
like uncomfy.
Like, it is scary how many people are actually sociopaths. It is scary.
But there was one that I remember reading that kind of like was like, this is how all scary movies start. It was
A lot of them start with you walking into the room.
saying how they know where I live, they're gonna off me. They said they live nearby, like this whole thing. And I remember reading it and being like, excuse me? I actually took a screenshot of it. This is the only time I've ever done this, like actually been kind of like scared of a comment. I'm really annoyed because I actually do not have the screenshot of it. Obviously, like all of this happened in 2021, but it wasn't until
Okay, if you're gonna screenshot someone threatening you, I would I'm just a pack rat, so I would have kept it anyway, out of just pure laziness. So you have no evidence. That was my whole point with that, just saying.
February 2022 when the FBI actually tried to contact me. And then I actually didn't even upload the story time until March 2022. So yeah, through all the shuffle of it all, I definitely do not have that screenshot anymore, sorry. Well,
Want to try Ozempic?
Yeah! Ozempic!
So this is Ozempic, and it has the craziest side
The
effect.
thing she failed,
You
what,
probably
3
haven't heard
times?
about the average
as I'm taking screenshots and stuff and sending them, I remember I sent it to Becky, a couple other friends of mine. I was like, what is this? Like, what is this? So I guess some of you, so I want to say thank you, actually found that comment and was scared by it as well because I get a message on Instagram from my ex's sister and said, the FBI showed up for you. She sent me a picture of like the card that the FBI gave her. The FBI said, contact her because we need to talk to her. I was terrified.
I bet you anything she's gonna say, I don't have the picture of the FBI card either. I will bet you guys anything she says she does not have that picture of the FBI card. Or the officer's card. Because you can call an FBI person an officer, right? I mean, they are technically an officer of the law.
Terrified. And all of that is true. That very much did happen. And here is a screenshot. I blocked out any personal information, obviously. Here's actually the screenshot of the person messaging me and telling me about it, and then also sending me a picture of the card that the FBI gave them.
What? All right. Hey, so the FBI came to my parents' house today looking for contact information for you. They said you weren't in trouble. They just need to talk. I don't think anyone has your number. So, blah, 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 agents information. What in the world? Thanks. It's crazy. And they reached out for that. Specifically saw it. I'm glad it wasn't anything serious. You know what? I wonder if it was actually the IRS that came looking for their taxes. I'm just saying.
I had a panic attack because I had to sit there and think of my life. I was like,
But I guess I did lose that bet. Good thing nobody actually bet me anything.
literally, did I do something that I don't remember that I did? Like, honestly, I was so terrified. I was like, what is happening? And that's low-key downplaying it. I was genuinely scared. I was so confused.
Hi, Fan.
Do you guys ever get that feeling when like
Hi,
you
baby
see a
boy.
cop, like you're in a car and you see a cop and they're behind you and like literally you think that you've done like the worst crime in the whole world even though you've literally done nothing? I'm not the only person who feels this way because there are memes about it, and that's genuinely how this situation felt, but like on steroids, like a million times worse.
I was only worried about cops being behind me when my registration was out by like 4 years. It's good now. Don't worry. It is good right now. But I'm going to have to get that done in like a couple months. Ow! My cat.
I don't know why, but the FBI didn't know I lived here. So this right here is one of the reasons why people are like, this story is so
Yeah, I don't believe like the FBI wouldn't have been able to find her where she was actually living unless she never actually did a change of address, because so I moved into my house in 2020, right? And recently with some student loan stuff, there was some student loan stuff that was going on, and them bitches found me. They found me like that. Like, they found me. It was nothing wrong. Nothing bad happened with the student loan stuff. That's all taken care of and good for. But they found where I was living, even though I had never been in contact with Nelnet. My dad never let me actually be in contact with Nelnet. And when I went to college, that was in Michigan, and I live in Texas now. So, yeah, they find you. The government finds you. They are very good about that.
So fake. Like, how does the FBI not know where you live? And that is a question that I also have myself. I truly have no idea. That's fair. Obviously, immediately, I end up calling the number that is on the FBI guy's FBI card. I was so scared. Some woman picked up, and she was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna call the FBI guy Frank. And here, the new side character is born. Why not? So Frank was like out of the office or something.
I mean, at least she has a self-awareness to know that, like, there's side characters in her life. Though she's kind of the running gag in most other people's lives. Or the monster. Yeah, the monster under the bed. Or would it be the monster that is the bed?
Something, and she was like, I can give him a call like on his personal cell phone to get like a hold of you. What was that voice? And in my head I was like, why does she want to like bother him on his personal phone instead of just like leaving him a message? Like, what did I do? Oh, I was so scared. I was like, what is the promptness of this? Like, why do they want to talk to me this bad? So I said, thank you, yes, call him if you want, like whatever. And I'm a very patient person, but like situations like this, I don't have patience. I was like, oh my God, I need to know like what is happening. Very random fact about me. I'm usually normally a pretty patient person, but like in this situation, I didn't even know what the word patience meant. Like I needed to know right this minute, like why did FBI Frank want to speak to me? Just imagine the FBI trying to contact you guys. Like it puts you in a headspace.
I had to pause. Mainly because my cat was distracting me.
That you didn't even know like you had. So it wasn't even 45 seconds after I hung up with the receptionist. Frank called me. Imagine having the FBI call you from their own personal cell phone that quickly and that swiftly. I was like, your girl's about to...
Okay, I X'd out on that. I doubt he called you from his... If this is real, I doubt he called you from his personal cell phone. He probably called you from his work cell phone. Most people will have two cell phones in those situations, because guess what? If I was a police officer, I would have a work phone and I would have my personal phone, and I would never use my personal phone for work because, yeah, that's asking for trouble right there, especially from crazy people like her.
Go to prison. I did something that I don't even know that I remember I did. Like, I was so anxious.
Dude, you miss paying your taxes and they come for you.
I said, Frank, man, you done scared me. No, okay, it wasn't like that.
The scientists and engineers that support the next mission to Mars could be in this class.
I'm not paying for premium. I am a cheap bastard.
No. Immediately.
Damn, she put in a shitload of ads in this. Aren't you glad I can't do that?
He said, you are not in trouble. I remember in that very moment, it felt like the weight of the world left me. But then I instantly thought, what did my brother do? What did my dad do? What did my mom do? Like, why do they want to talk to me, of all people? And I was like, oh my God, what did I do?
You have that little faith in your family that... Wow. I mean, if the FBI called me, I wouldn't be thinking, oh, what did my mom do? Or what did my sister do? Or what did my brother do? Just saying.
Turns out, y'all, the FBI is actually on my side. I never thought that, like...
Honey, the government is never on your side. Just saying.
Cops or the FBI even remotely would care about some YouTuber online. I think genuinely we underestimate some scary, scary comments online. And we always think like certain situations like, oh, something like that would never happen to us. That person was just a troll. I mean, it kind of goes along the lines of like when I got diagnosed with
Bitch, I'm a gremlin, not a troll. Don't you put that on me.
Answer I thought in my head, like prior to, like, oh, that would never happen to me. Like, no one's invincible to anything in this world. But turns out that a lot of people reported that very comment that I saw. And I guess they reported it to like authorities, like even higher than like just reporting it to YouTube. The FBI ended up seeing it. Like Frank was like, oh my God, like complimenting me on my following and stuff. This is another part that people tease me about.
I doubt he complimented her on her following. And if he did, he was just trying to get her to talk more. I love you too, baby girl. Let me finish this.
And it's true, he did compliment me on my following. And I think that just a lot of people do that because I think it's just a nice thing to say. I don't really think that like everyone has been completely genuine when they compliment me, like when I tell them about my following. Like if like the first time I ever saw my tax accountant like 8 years ago, I was complimented by them because they needed to know my job. And then one time like I was signing up for a freaking Costco card.
Lady, it's called being polite to you because you're gonna give them money. Like, you can be polite to someone and compliment them and be nice to them without actually, like, giving a shit about whatever the hell they're talking about. I do this all the time at work. I get some really random customers at work. And, I mean, just today, there was a guy complaining about something. And I'm just like, I'm trying to do my job. Could you go away? At least that was what was running through my mind. So, yeah, I doubt they were actually complimenting you. It's called just being nice.
Years ago, and they complimented me on my thing then because you needed to say what your job was. Like, I think people just say that to be nice. It doesn't mean they're being 100% genuine. But FBI Frank did compliment
I mean, at least she admits that.
me. Whether he actually meant it or not, it did happen. But guess what? So, they took that comment very seriously, as they should. They did a whole IP address, like, tracked him. Oop. Okay, I'm not going to say who the person is that left that comment, but it is a guy, and I know his full name. I know where he lives. So they were like,
okay. Why does that matter? Like, oh, I know his full name, and I know where he lives, and the FBI gave me all of this. If it's an ongoing investigation, I don't know if the FBI would do that, especially if, like, they deem that it's not an actual threat. Granted, nobody's ever, like, come after me like that.
Worried for me. They were like, do you know this guy? I said, nope, never heard of him. So, I don't know. I think it's pretty neat that, like, if there is, like, a fear that I have from a YouTube comment or a message, Frank is there. He said, call me anytime. Aw, FBI Frank being there. I actually did not contact him since then. So if you ever feel threatened or anything like that, I've never talked to the FBI before. So I thought that was like literally the craziest thing. Like they were really, truly worried about my safety. And I don't know, I felt like really safe for a minute there.
I mean, normally when a police officer joins the force, because it's like police officer, FBI, like, I mean, they're kind of all in the same thing. They do it because they want to protect and serve. That's why they do that. So, yeah, he wants you to be safe. He wants everybody to be safe. At least the good ones.
I just had to share that with you guys. It's so weird. I don't know. I think I'm just like really overly grateful. Like when it happened, this happened like, I know it's been like over a month. Maybe 2 months. I don't really know. But when it happened, I was so scared at the beginning. I was like, oh my God, what did I do? Like, what did I do? But it turns out I didn't do anything. They were actually just there for me. I don't know. So the day that I did get in contact with the FBI, I was actually going over to a friend's house that day. And they were trying to call me, but I was on the phone with the FBI. So then I actually texted my friends and I was like, this isn't even clickbait. This was something that we used to say, like when we would say something outrageous. We'd be like, this is not clickbait. But I even sent them a text, which you can see here in the screenshot, where I was like, I was just on the phone with the FBI. And I'll explain when I get to your house.
Okay.
I think that's pretty great. It makes me feel like comforted.
Why didn't she cut this shit out? Nobody wants to see this.
Shrimpy. Not gonna lie, watching this video makes me want to do a mukbang. It makes me want to just enjoy a meal with you guys. Something I genuinely love about mukbang is
I am saving you guys. Here's a picture of kitties.
Eating while watching something, and I eat extremely fast, and it's like I'm not sitting there enjoying my meal. But when I film a mukbang, I'm eating slow, talking to you guys in between bites. I don't know, I kind of miss it.
The shrimp tastes amazing, but I very much am a texture person, and the texture of shrimp, I've slowly realized that I'm hating it more and more. So like, here's another piece of shrimp. I could have a few pieces and that's like it. Then it just makes me feel sick.
Such a true statement. Texture of shrimp is not always the...
I'm so quirky. Look at how quirky I am.
greatest, but thankfully the Singapore rice noodle here in Oklahoma where I live, I don't know if they like cook their shrimp like extra long, but the texture doesn't get me grossed out as bad. But like, if the shrimp is like,
Okay, if you cook the shrimp extra long, it gets fucking chewy and it doesn't taste good. Which now I want shrimp curry. I've got the stuff to make it.
not cooked for as long as I want it to be, like I can only take a couple bites.
But it's like the first few bites.
Lady, you want basically little charcoal pucks. That is what you want. You do not want good food. You want little charcoal pucks that just crumble into dust in your mouth so you can just swish it down with whatever buzzball you're drinking.
I'm like, okay, that tastes good. It really does taste amazing. 10 out of 10 recommend this.
Lady, you 10 out of 10 recommend pretty much everything you eat. It's kind of weird.
Oops.
Okay, I've actually done this subscription box. They're actually pretty good.
Heritage.
Just saying.
Enjoy
I was gonna put
authentic
that out there.
confection.
Yeah. How's everyone doing? Y'all?
I'd rather have a Sakura box in front of me than
I
you.
have no idea what I'm talking about there, and I don't know if I actually talk any more about the FBI Frank stuff in this, so I'm going to continue watching this, and if I do have something to say about the FBI stuff, then I will let you know. But I do have a screen recording of me actually speaking to the person who first sent me the FBI card and said the FBI like came by to like speak to you. So I want to show you guys like what I said to them, which is also proof that I was online. All right, so I did watch the rest of the video, and no more talk of FBI Frank happened. So here I'm going to show you.
Thank God we
the
don't have to
voice
watch more of
memos
her
that I actually
eating.
sent the person who contacted me. So here it is.
Okay, so I'm sending this in voice memo because I feel like it would be easier. So first of all, thank you so much for reaching out to me. I just got so much anxiety and I was so scared, but I figured I would tell you guys like why they wanted to talk to me, because I just called them, just talked to them, because I don't want you guys worried. I mean, I don't even know if you are, but so I was like freaking out. I was like, oh my God, what did I do? I thought maybe I did something bad and I didn't know, you know? So after calling the guy,
Besides stealing Beck's money, abusing her, abusing Crystal, abusing Casey. I'm on the fence with Destiny. Mainly for the fact that like I think it was more of like a mutual abuse thing. Y'all were toxic for each other.
got a hold of me, and it turns out they saw a comment on my YouTube page from back in October. And I remember this comment so well, which is really weird because I get so many comments per video, but this comment was threatening to kill me. And I remember it because they were like, yeah, I know exactly where you live, and just like literally threatening to kill me. So I guess the FBI found that comment, which I'm not sure how, but long story short, whoops, I was cut off. But long story short, they actually found the IP address for that account, and they found the guy's name, and they have a picture of him, so they want to show me the guy to see if I like know him or not. I don't know, but I was really scared. But thank you for contacting me. I hope you're doing good.
So the last 10 seconds of that voice memo was something personal to them about their life. So I am just saying that obviously I'm going to leave that part out. So the FBI Frank story is absolutely without a doubt real. It did happen. I know it sounds far-fetched. I know it sounds crazy, but it did happen. And due to them not knowing where I live, that obviously raises questions.
Okay, even if I take all of this and go, okay, it maybe happened, you have so little credibility. I'm not even sure Amberlynn Reed is your real name. Like, for all I know, you could be lying about that. That is how little credibility you have. Think about that. That is how little credibility you have.
Was this just a troll? I don't have the answer for you because I don't know. I'm strictly telling you what happened to me, and the whole FBI Frank story is 100% true, troll or not, but like, it seemed very real. All I took out of this video is I want to film a mukbang, y'all. Like, what the heck? Anyways, that is the end of this Reactland. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.
Don't worry, I will never,
Business
ever,
taxes
ever,
was
ever.
always so all-consuming.
Okay, cool. That was the end of that. But guess what? I will never react to like a straight up mukbang from her. just that little one was making me nauseous. But you know what? Let's look at the comments down here. All right, Reactlin is so boring. Please discontinue it immediately. Full offense, the FBI wouldn't give two shits about a YouTube comment. FBI Frank contacted me through someone's sibling and told me that you stole Beck's inheritance, so give it back. No one cares about FBI Frank. What we care about is Beck's inheritance you took. Yeah. Hey guys, let's go over the FBI Frank situation. Shows herself describing the noodles she was eating for 3 minutes. Oh God, yes. That was weird. Girl, we don't give a fuck about FBI Frank. Address you stealing Beck's inheritance. Then FBI Frank asked if she was single and complimented her on her perfume. The perf is probably just her texting herself on different accounts. Okay, FBI Frank. FBI Frank saved my life, found me a wife, and gave me $1 million. We found out it was all Beck's fault. How do you not drink water for weeks and then complain about your lymphedema? No one cares. In Eric's voice. We care about the elephant in the room that you're trying to cover up with a used napkin. A napkin used by a guy for happy time. Just gonna point it out. Here faster than Amberlin moving the word inheritance into blocked words. The only people who have the right to private information is the government. Yes, let's push that idea that companies full of employees who are regular citizens should have access to the type of information about someone, not to mention hackers. 140 IQ, thoughts as deep as a kiddie pool. Someone was mean to me online. You all should have to show your ID to watch my content. How about you get off the internet? Yeah? FBI Frank was like totally amazed by your following and he complimented your hair and earrings. You invited him over and you both played choosy and ate mocha almond fudge ice cream. You're like totally besties. It's crazy how everyone you meet is charmed by you and finds you special. This wasn't the flex you thought it was. Give Beck their money back, you weirdo. Life was so much easier when I was just filming mukbangs. Like, such easy content. Girl, what you're doing now is still easy, lazy. I mean, I have no room to talk. I never fucking edit anything. Except my books. You should totally check out my books. I actually do edit those. I work really hard on those. I was actually working on one earlier today. That is why Word Doc is open. Just saying, you should totally check out the books. I'll leave a link. It's impossible to finish it all. Girl, bye. What the fuck? We can see you. Dude, I am in Texas, and when she walks, I feel the ground shudder. Let me guess, FBI Frank said you were such a beautiful woman and he asked you out on a date. Oh my God, stop reacting to yourself. It's so bizarre. It is fucking bizarre as hell because when you watch her reacting to herself, she's still acting like, oh my God, I was so right back then. Oh my God, look how cute I was. Ooh, look at that food I was eating. It was so good. Like, it's weird. Remember that time you lost and abandoned your baby? Oh yeah. Where's Rarity? Where's the money you owe Beck and where's Rarity? Just saying. Will FBI Frank contact you about a stolen sum of money meant for you know who? You do realize that not a single person believes that this happened, right? That's because her credibility is as dog shit is worth about the same amount as Naomi King's right now. Like I said it, I've already said it in this video, but her credibility is so much in the gutter. I don't even believe Amberlyn Reed is her real name anymore. I think she lied about it. Prove that one right, Amber. Ew, who the fuck doesn't drink water every day? You know that piss is orange. Yeah. In Eric's voice, no one cares. Talk about the stolen money. You don't want to do low carb because you're worried about your health, but you don't drink water for weeks. Make it make sense. You don't have to plop the entire container of noodles on the plate. It's called portion control. Yes, portion control. It is a lovely thing. Wow, a serial doxer who has threatened friends, stalked exes, and purchased a creator's information wants IDs to post on a public social media site. What's wrong with you? You know what? So I had to basically rebuild my old computer, and then I just got a new computer. And every time I've tried to sign in on Facebook on the new on like my computers now, it asks me for my fucking ID, and I'm just like, fuck you, bitch, I ain't giving you my ID. Amber faking BPD is honestly the most personality she's ever had. Must be exhausting constantly auditioning for the role no one believes she deserves. I could sit here all night just reading through these comments and laughing. But I'm going to leave it there. That was fun, not. I will definitely catch you guys in the next ones. Check out my buddy Shin. He is streaming right now. He's at 98 subscribers. Let's get him to 150. Yeah, let's get him to 150. He is way more entertaining than Amberlynn Reed could ever want to be. So go give him a follow. Go check him out. He is the awesome. Also, like if you check out his streams, don't forget to like or your bits are gonna fall off. Also, like, comment, subscribe or your bits will fall off on this video. And don't forget to check out my books. I don't do a whole lot of video editing, but I do a lot of editing for those. This takes a lot of work. This takes a whole lot of work. And this is book 4 of Sacred Beast that I'm working on right now. So, yeah, we're up to book 4 on the Sacred Beast series. I am still working on the second book for the Sacred Blood series. So, but yeah, go ahead, check those out. And I'm going to leave links in the description. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.